Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, let's see if we can figure out if red oak will become a seasoned firewood after just basically one summer season down here in Texas. Let's check it out. Welcome to Man Time. Boy, it is sure nice getting into September and getting ready for winter time down here. Not really winter time, just this is really the first nice, not 100-degree week that we've had down here. So I am getting a lot of stuff kind of going in the right direction, preparing for winter time, preparing for the last cut of hay, getting all the equipment ready, that sort of thing. But I want to see if this firewood is going to be ready to burn this winter. There's quite a few comments that said red oak is going to take, much longer than just a single season. So this was brought down last fall, so it is about 1 year seasoned, I guess. Not all of it was split up right away though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check some of this stuff that was split up kind of like right away coming into wintertime last winter. Versus some of the stuff that I split more toward coming into springtime. So let's first just try it out here in the way that it's stacked. Right, we do want to come in here and split it in half and check the middle of it. But just looking at the outside, I mean, it was wood colored and now it's gray. Some people might assume that was seasoned, and I was one of those people. Until I started watching some stuff on YouTube about checking the middle of the wood for the moisture. So let's try a couple pieces here. So right on the outside I'm getting about 9%, and this is with a really good General brand of moisture meter. Yeah, it'll do wood and building. And this is plus or minus 2% on this unit here. So I've got it set to wood mode, and let's try a piece down a little ways here, where I can kind of get in there a little bit. Right here I'm getting 15.4 coming in to a little split on the wood. Okay, well let's crack one of these in half. And see what we get in the middle of it. I got a nice short piece here I'm going to try to crack in half. There is one other thing I wanted to try. I was getting a little bit of cabin fever this summer and this last spring, so I came out here just to run a chainsaw a little bit, just to get my active level up. I think it was in the evening one night. I was just getting too what is that? Rambunctious? I don't know. But anyways, I want to try to split some of these rounds that I had cut up before summertime and see how those go. I also have this newer-ish axe that I've handled. I handled this on the channel. This is like a big 4.5 pound head, maybe even 5 pound head. Big old boy. But let's see if we can get this split. And then check the moisture on the inside there. Alright, here's the piece that I just split, and you can see on the inside there, it is red as red can be. That's why they call that, red oak, compared to, what's seasoned here on the shelf. But let's see what we got on the inside. Alright, we're sitting at 19.1. Now this was blinking at high moisture. It was blinking there at 19.1. Bring it up to the camera here. Yeah, it's pretty tough to see. Some of that is bumping up to 20, 21. But yeah, right about 19. You can kind of feel that if you put your lips on it. I've heard some people put their lips up to the wood to see if they can feel moisture. Kind of. It's not real apparent. Yeah, right here we're looking at 22. So that one is just slightly, I would say, ready to burn from one Texas summer. Now this summer the conditions this summer were worse, almost the worst that you could think of, because it was just humid down here basically throughout most of the summer, like May, June, and July. I think those 3 months we've got like basically more rain than we've ever had in that winter season. So some people were saying, like, red oak, you can really only split it when it's freshly cut. I was not having that sort of luck. So this one has been down on this branch for, coming up on a year, and I just hacked this piece off maybe 4 or 5 months ago. So I was having no luck getting these to split with an axe. So I actually had to go out and get a splitter and everything. Got a video on that if you want to see that one. But let's see if it'll split now after it's been cut into a round and then seasoning throughout a Texas summer here. Now that split all the way back and forth. Now that's some pretty good penetration there. Now I do have a limb coming into the side here, right there, so it's probably not going to want to split in the way that I hit it there. So let's try with the grain around that knot. That one felt pretty good. Let's try for more like kind of on the end here. Yeah, that one split pretty much halfway through. I may have to flip it over. Whew. Let's do one more right here. Yeah, that's really when you want one of these big beefy axe handles. That really got driven in there pretty good. Alright, let's stand it up here. Oh, there's another knot. Okay, I was kind of fighting an uphill battle. There's a big knot right there. Yeah, I think this is a bad example. Let's see if we can find one a little bit less kind of challenging. Yeah, this is a good way to come out of hibernation from cabin fever. Also, get out and get a little exercise, swing an axe, get some calluses back going on the hands here. This looks like a pretty representative piece. I've got some bigger ones here. No fire ants. That's good. No big spiders. All right. Let's try this one here. Wow. It's like coming down into a rock. And this one does have some checking on it. It also has a few little knots. But, man, oh man. I mean, really? Wowza. Yeah, I mean, the bark is falling off. It's got some checking in it, but it is just a beat. I mean, it's like hitting a rock. Well, that's why it pays to have a good handle. That one, I didn't miss-hit it, but when the axe went in, it just went straight down to the handle, you know? I'm feeling like it might split on this side here. There we go. Okay, yeah, after a couple good whacks on the other side, it ended up splitting there for me pretty easily. There we go. A couple of nice chunks there. Now, while we're here, let's check the moisture on these pieces. Alright, so this test is going to let us know if you cut down your tree in the fall, and now it's a year later in the fall, but you didn't do anything to it, but you came back in the springtime, just before spring, and cut it into rounds, you know, can you use this firewood as firewood? Is it seasoned? Is it below 20%? All right, I'm getting 35% on this wood here. 31 on that piece, 35 there. Get another reading here. Yeah, 30. So I pushed hold on there. It's got a hold feature. And we are at, yeah, 35. So, yeah, there you go. That is not going to be good firewood. So now, let's go to firewood that I cut from rounds into firewood just maybe in like April. Alright, so here's where I left it in like maybe the first part of May, middle part of April, somewhere in there. I was going through and splitting all of this stuff. Of course, I've still got my splitter set up here. Got it covered, and the cover ended up holding up pretty good. Amazon cover there. But let's get a few readings just off of the end and kind of see where we're at here as far as moisture on these pieces. Just on the end, 11.4. That's not a good sign as we're trying to figure out what the middle is going to be. So there's 14 on the inside of a piece that was kind of facing down. Let's get kind of a bigger piece here and see where we're at. $11, $12, showing mid on the range here. Here's a nice big chunk. Yeah, 11.5 on that one. Let's split one of them and see where we're at. All right. Yeah, down there on that end is some of the most recent stuff. So let's see, before we dig into the middle of it here, we're at about 13. So from the outside and the appearance of it, you know, where it was exposed to the weather and then not, it looks like it would be, it looks like it'd be ready to burn. It feels quite heavy though, but that's kind of one of the benefits of red oak, is the weight after the cure. You know, it's going to be, it burns for a long time, and it maintains that weight and that density, which makes it a good wood for fireplaces and firewood. Okay, so we've got, See there? See how there's like, you can actually see the moisture inside that piece of wood. So this is maybe cured for just 4 or 5 months out of the, you know, in this cut into firewood type of deal here. But let's see. No. Yeah, 26 on that one. So that one's not going to be ready to burn this winter. So a lot of this, you know, especially toward the end there when I was doing this in like April. So May, June, July, August, 4 months, or just under 4 months there. Yeah, not ready yet. All right, man. Well, there you have it. Can you season red oak in just one season? I'm going to say absolutely not. These are a fairly thin piece, 1.5 inches by about 5 inches or so. Definitely did not dry out. The other ones that I cut up that have seasoned for about a year, in the Texas summers here in the heat, those are going to be able to burn. But pretty much this whole rack here is going to sit this winter. But I have, I think, I don't know, 6 cords that are going to be in a ready state besides this one. So I should be just fine for a very short, hopefully very short Texas winter. So anyways, that's going to do it for today on Man Time. Get out there, have you some man time too.